enough light on you? Yeah.
And we're live. No problems tonight. Let's see how many people show up here. All right, Charlton66 is the special guest. I'm the special guest in his awesome comic book room.
Hello, everybody.
So it's a trade-off.
Yes.
But this is my second day, Steve's third day, and the last day of Baltimore Con 2018. And
Yeah.
it was fantastic. It was fantastic. Today was a much more laid-back day.
Absolutely. More of a walk around, not as focused on getting those books before anybody else does. Like everyone's going to be looking for your book, but we're not as focused as we were Saturday. So we're just walking around and picking in everything and mostly getting filler issues. Filling some runs.
Oh yeah. We got up just a little bit later than yesterday. Took our time getting there. Stopped and got coffee and a donut.
And we were still first in line.
Yeah. Walked right in. There was like nobody in line yet for the VIP stuff that we were doing and stuff. So we were like, "Oh, that's cool." And I sent the picture of the line on Facebook and stuff. So there's stuff on Facebook and Twitter we'll be putting on there and stuff. But I'm trying to think if there's like anything as eventful as yesterday, because there was less people where it was Sunday.
Less people. And the autographs seemed to change. They were charging for autographs Friday and Saturday. A lot of the artists were. And then the day we noticed, if you get it personalized, they turn it into a free autograph. And then every autograph for $5 to $10 to $15, depending on what you're.
And I'm pretty sure the people I saw, I'm still holding fast that was not the policy yesterday.
Right.
So that kind of killed me because I didn't take Bisley stuff, but that was still cool. See, I saw Wendy Penny and Richard Penny today. Just got a picture with them.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that. I know we saw quite a few more cosplayers.
Yeah, you got a lot of pictures of cosplayers.
Yeah, and I'll be putting some of those up again. And there was like good deals. We saw Matt Comic Hoarder again.
Yeah, I met Matt again. That was good to see him. Hi, Matt. If you watch us later on, Good meeting you. Good seeing you.
Yeah.
Met Steranko finally after all these years. It was great. And I feel like a hypocrite because I said I would never pay for an autograph. However, I did pay for Steranko's autograph, not knowing when I bought the print, thinking the print's price was with an autograph, and felt like I was put on the spot. But once I did pay for it and interacted with Steranko, which treated me like really warmly, like I was his grandson or something. It was phenomenal. I mean, he shook my hand with both hands and thanked me for my patience and for being there and for being a fan, and real cordial, very nice individual. But again, I feel like a hypocrite for paying the money I did on the signature. But the one and only time, and I would jump with Jim Steranko, which I found out he's going to be 80 here soon. So, one of the great ones, and don't want to miss out on.
Well, let's slow down, man. I want to tell the story how we've been talking about Steranko all day.
Okay.
Like, you should have a pinky ring, right?
Yeah, you should have a pinky ring.
We talked to Steve's wife about it, so we actually talked about some of this. I always pictured Steranko to be the Dean Martin of classic comic parade.
You're close. Nail on the head. All he needed was a drink in his hand and a cigarette.
Yeah, he comes from that era of the Rat Pack that you're talking about lately, right? And it really feels like it's Steve nailed it because I met Steranko a couple of times years ago and stuff down at Here's Con in Charlotte. So he goes up there. We meet back up after he sees Steranko, and he's like, the guy should have a pinky ring. The guy is Frank Sinatra of the Rat Pack, the tough guy. The you know what I mean? Back then at 80 years old, he's still that guy. They would tip $20 if they got like a $3 martini.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And tell me how you said they were running the place.
Yeah, his I don't want to use the word cronies, but his handlers, it was like the mafia. I mean, they would whisper things to each other.
They know their place.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what it was. And they knew Steranko was the king there in that little square of his table. That's Steranko's realm, and these guys were at his bidding. And again, it wasn't like he was mean or anything. He was nice to everybody, but it was this vibe that you got. It was like the mafia. It was funny.
Yeah, 50s tough guy stuff.
Yeah.
Dean Martin, Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, all that stuff. And I'm sitting here I'm sitting here talking. I remember the first time I walked away from Steranko, I felt like looking at a woman and going, "Look at that hot tomato with them gams."
Yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Yeah, let's go rub somebody out.
Yeah, see, look at them games.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that later, see if I do a good gangster. I have no idea. I'm going at random here. And then trying to think. So we had a gyro.
We had some. You had a gyro for lunch at the con.
But today was like really laid back.
It was
yesterday. It was just a good time walking around and seeing stuff and everything.
Because we wanted to focus, and that's the biggest thing. It wasn't like because you always think someone's going to try and take your
Shannon's out there.
Hey Shannon, what's going on, buddy? Like someone's out there to get your comic book, so you're trying to hit all the dealer tables before that person gets your comic, and it wasn't as much of a rat race the second day, third day for me as it was Saturday. So it was just laid back and had a good time.
But I will say I didn't think. I mean, I found that one box where I started getting books for 50 cents.
Right.
But people weren't dealing for a Sunday night.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
Last day of a con, a lot of people either need to make that money or they don't want to haul that stuff back. And I didn't find them doing that. I mean, there wasn't room to haggle with things like that Starman figure.
Right.
Can I have it for 10? He's like, you get 3 for 40. I know.
That wasn't the answer to the question. Hey,
Paulo. What's up, Paulo? Didn't we have something to tell Paulo? Or was that yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, we did speak to Bob Hall, Paulo, and told him about your interest and your kind words about Squadron Supreme. And he wanted to find a way to get back into Spain. So he talked about someone named Pepe. We don't remember the last name, but that was his contact.
He didn't give a last name. He just said he'd know who it was.
Oh.
Seriously, was
okay.
I just realized that. Yeah, Paulo, but yeah, Bob Hall tried to hook you up. Pepe Moreno? You think that's
yes.
Okay.
He just said Pepe. So you must know that because that's his hookup to go to Spain, and he wanted to go back to Spain really bad.
I love this. I love this, man. We are liaison international.
Yeah, we are international liaison.
Bob Hall, world traveler in Baltimore, and we were reaching out to Paulo. And Paulo, we know where you're from. You know where you're from. I'm not going to put it out in public, but yeah, this is amazing. We're United Nations, man.
You and a goodwill, comic book goodwill.
Yeah. Now there is this thing. There's this synchronicity today. Again, like we would mention something. And it would happen. Like we would talk about a book, it would pop up. Like just randomly, if we stuck our finger in there. But what else happened? There was some other synchronicity stuff.
Oh, well, just the stuff that you try and get me. He tried to get me on the Legion. So certain Legion stories and the ones you talked about. Yeah, you found them. You found the Legion stories you wanted to. I
found all 5. I told him we were talking to Legion last night, and I went and he sat here and he got a private YouTube Howler Mouse video about the Legion of Superheroes from me, and I had that little feeling of like, he's such a sport. Sorry. I started going on a rant. And then it's like the couple of stories I told him about, I found them in a 50 cents bin when we were there, like what, an hour?
Yes.
Within an hour. They were just all there together.
Yes.
So he now has Legion of 3 Worlds, Legion 300, Legion 301. And we found the Great Darkness Saga.
But Darkness Saga.
Yeah. Did you end up getting that?
I did.
And the Great Darkness Saga. Yeah. Everything I talked about, like if you want to sample the Legion.
It's right there. Yeah. I needed something to give me a grasp of something about the Legion because I've never read a lot of Legion stuff. Maybe 20 Legion comic books my whole comic reading career. So,
but the thing that gets is that we weren't looking for this.
Correct.
Not a big
about it, and it came up.
Was that Dio? Had Steranko sign some stuff a few years ago. Great guy, but does not want his picture taken.
Correct.
We just talked about that. Yes. What we just said. Yeah, Shannon, same thing. Same thing happened to him. He just told his wife downstairs we're eating pizza.
Yeah, unless you're a good looking chick, and I think he doesn't mind having his picture taken then.
You want to tell him the Neil Adams story y'all told me at dinner?
Oh yeah, it was funny. And it was because Neil Adams charges for to have his picture taken with him. And I think he charged like $20 or something. But anyway, we were at the con maybe about 3 years ago, and Neil Adams was walking. We got into his VIP. We got in early, so Neil's just walking around the con, and then my wife walks up to him, "But Mr. Adams, would you like a picture? Would you like to take a picture?" He's like, "Sure, young lady." Like he's gonna have a picture with her, and she says, "Steve, get in the picture with them." So Neil Adams is like, okay, I got to take a picture with this guy. So they got the okie doke on Neil Adams of having a picture taken. We didn't plan it that way. It just worked out. Because I knew he charged. My wife did it. So when she arranged this, not knowing the ins and outs of it. So
And I love the story because I feel like I said it before. I'll say it again. It's karma. It was karma on Adams. He was due. He was due.
The old okey-doke.
Oh, yeah. That's so fantastic. Everybody go in the comments. If you're watching this, after it's already uploaded, not watching it live, see the comments. You'll be able to see everyone that's talking. It'll give you a timestamp where you're at. But you're going to see solid 4-string Ben. Go sub him. Sub Paulo. Just sub everybody that's commenting on here if they got videos up. You just fleeced Neil Adams.
Yes. So true. Yeah.
Neil Adams believes in something that's even crazier than the flat Earth. He thinks the Earth is expanding.
Yes, he does. He has this theory that he even did a whole video, had a production company do a video how the Earth is actually expanding.
I say I've heard of this before, but I didn't know Neil was a believer in it. So basically, he thinks Scateris is real. With the warlord running around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Each their own, man.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Oh, that's awesome, Paulo. I'm okay. Wait a minute. I'm sitting here just like wanting to.
I don't know the details of it, but yeah, he does believe that. I don't know why he thinks the Earth is expanding and what the theories behind it, but there's a video that the production company did.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Messed me up. We're going to get closer to the moon. One day.
Yeah, it could touch the moon. Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. All right. Oh God, that completely threw me off.
That's true. True story.
Where were we? Oh man, that's so funny.
Yeah. Shannon, I could not find the comic book that you wanted with the Animal Man. I'm sorry. They're either really, really high grade or really, really crappy condition. So I did look for you. I do appreciate that.
There it is. Hey Steve, I hope I hope after reading all the great Legion stuff that Tim suggests that you'll be a Legion of Superhero convert soon.
The way that he describes it, the way it's explained, it sounds awesome. And again, it's my fault for not dipping my toe in the water earlier, but I needed someone to guide me in that direction because it's convoluted, the Legion, to step in to a Legion storyline and get everything that's going on. So.
And it all started with learning what a Dexamite was.
Yes, yesterday I did not know.
I
did not know what a Dexamite was.
Steve's growing up, guys.
Yeah,
two-sided. I'm sitting here today like I want to hear what you think. I feel like I was like, no pressure, man. The great Legend. Good to see both you two, my faves. You too, Shannon. Hey, Legend, if you missed the live show last night, we did one last night too. So check it out there, Legend. Yeah, great Legend. Go sub the Legend too. Fantastic stuff, man. Everybody's popping up here.
Yeah.
All right. And then we had the Dexamite. See, then after the show, we went and got pizza, and then you took me to this fantastic store.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wonder Book and Video.
It has records, vinyl records. It had 94-cent records. I got a Neil Diamond, no shame. And it's like he was just pointing at stuff, and I walked in, and I was like finding stuff, and then I was running around. He was really patient because we only had 20 minutes waiting on the pizza. And I thought I got out of Heroes Con with some money left in my pocket, and by God, I almost did.
Yeah.
So I found a book that I've been looking for 10 years, Red Rocket 7 by Mike Allred. 10 years I've been looking for that. It was in there in great shape, a record and some other stuff. It was just unreal. I read that Kurt Swan hated drawing the Legion of Superheroes, yet you couldn't tell it because the man was always such a professional. That might explain, maybe, I don't know. I wonder, I've never heard that before, so I can't really comment on it, but he stayed on Superman for, almost 30 years?
Yeah, a long
time.
Yeah.
I wonder if he just didn't want it to be taken off of Superman. Maybe he knew Superman was stable work, so he said he hated it, but if you know why he hated it, steer me that way. That kind of kills me because we just had to talk about Kurt Swan last night, about how I wanted him on a team book. I thought he stayed on Superman too long. It's like hearing your favorite song too much. I'd love to see him on Legion or Justice League. You think when the fad of variant covers stop selling, they'll have every cover of every comic title be a non-variant. The whole week is the same cover with Deadpool and Venom on it. I think I followed that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been messed up since I found out Neil Adams wants the Earth to expand. I'm just like, no. Oh my gosh. I don't know, man. The very cover thing, I think that's a joke. So,
yeah. Also, we got a commission. I forgot when I met Steve Conley. Got a commission, and not too many people are going to know of this character called Zippo. It was a Hillman character from the 40s, and so I did a Kickstarter Patreon for Steve, and that was one of the giveaways was artwork. So that was what I hope we'll go ahead and draw. So
cool. Tom Bagley, I appreciate it. I hope you do find it. Send it to me in a DM on Twitter if you have me on there. Definitely. He's going to look for that article about Kurt Swan.
Okay.
Comics journals are the best. Yes, they are.
Yes,
the articles and stuff. Yes. Right. Then we ran into Comic Quarter. We're losing people big time. We're running into a Comic Quarter, and he had some really, really good stuff there. And he was really happy. He's waiting on the CGC stuff. You guys had a huge talk about the unprofessionalism of not having things ready.
Yeah.
The favoritism.
Yeah.
There is a dark side to the cons. I love
Yeah. It's not laminated. I just have it in a protective sleeve. That drawing. One commission I'm waiting for from a certain artist. I won't give out the name, but paid for him in advance. Waited for it. First one in line. Still didn't have it. He had to mail it to me. So it's one of those things. I've known this artist for years, and we go way back. So I don't know what the problem is. But when I get it, I'm sure I'm gonna talk about it and show it. But
I'm biting my lip. I'm just biting my lip.
Yeah, it was horrendous. It was horrendous.
It's all good, Steve. Appreciate you looking.
Hey, no problem, man. And I tried really to find a decent copy for you, and I thought I was going to be able to do it, and I failed you, Shannon.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh man, I gotta let go of this Neil Adams thing. I've got to let go. Ooh, I had a problem with the flat earthers, and now I'll find out there's expanders. That's so funny.
No, it's not Bill Sienkiewicz. No, it's
you know what? I'm going to give a clue. And then I'll leave it alone. Right?
Okay.
It's one of these artists on this wall. The man is on this wall somewhere.
Yeah. That'd be pretty easy to figure out. But I was kind of disappointed.
But you said he's hooked you up before.
Yeah.
If he's done something, so maybe he's going to send you something spectacular.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully it'll work out.
Better be 22 pages of original art.
Yeah.
A comic book.
Yeah. I'm an impatient man too when it comes to this. I'm like a kid. It's kind of like, when is it going to come in the mail? I'm waiting for bated breath. I'm waiting for it to arrive. And so, it's one of those things. No, it's not Rob Liefeld. I don't own anything by him.
He's not on this. No.
No.
All right. Some of the keys I found just kind of, stirred around. And believe me, Steve got some great stuff. You check out Charlton66. Get on his channel there. Because, when you see what he bought, it's much better than this stuff. A Blood Wolf commission.
Yeah, nice.
I can't get off the Expanding Earth. He can't get off the Rob Liefeld. Yeah. I love it.
Yes.
But for 50 cents, I have this. For some reason, there's been a buzz about X Factor 15 from back in the day. This is the issue where the angel has his wings amputated. That's being on there. And then for 50 cents, this is like my third or fourth one. This was hot for a hot minute. It has the first appearance of Terminus, Avengers 256. If you guys don't know who Terminus is, this dude. He's huge in the Savage Land. His head's in the clouds. What did you buy today, Howler? That? Oh, yes. Oh, you're telling us. This is what happens when you have Rob Liefeld on the brain.
Yeah.
But got quite a bit. I got some Lone Wolf and Cub also with Mike Klug covers. And I got something fun.
So Paula says the third appearance of Terminus.
Ah. Then it's been booked wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna be looking it up, man. He had appeared in 2 issues of Fantastic Four. The Avengers story is a follow-up. Nice.
Wow, good, Paulo. Thank
Paulo,
you, sir.
for years, this has been in cons. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
it's been in cons as this is what's been advertised as the first appearance because this book got huge for some reason, and they were saying this was the first appearance. I had the issues where Terminus is in the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we get there. Yeah, we're dropping people. And then one thing I got just for fun, I got this #1 from the Hook movie back in the 90s because that's a Charles Vess doing a pirate. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah. So
nice.
Cool. Paulo straightened us out on that one.
Yeah. Oh, and also Paulo, I did pick up that Green Lantern 108 with what's his name?
I knew until you asked me. Oh, Replicon.
Yes, because the chat a while back, you guys talked about Replicon, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot about him. So I go and pick up that Green Lantern 108 with Replicon's first appearance in it. So thanks to you, Paulo.
Yeah, Solid 4 Ben's hanging in there with us, and he remembers the Terminus in Fantastic Four by Byrne also.
Yes, he didn't have a red cover. And like everything getting destroyed, I think even the logo.
Yeah, it was like a red wash on the cover, going by memory. Yeah, it was like a red wash and the black stuff around him. Yeah, that's awesome. But that's, I mean, for years that was advertised. They were putting first person terms in the cons.
Yeah, okay.
That's hilarious. They got it wrong. All right, but see, we're 21 minutes into it. It's actually just a laid back day. I had a good time walking around, saw some stuff, picked up a few books. I mean, not a lot really happened today. There wasn't a lot of drama either.
Yeah, Shannon, that's a great book. The one I got is crisp white. That cover looks like a bed sheet, and I was so happy to get it. I only paid like $15 for it. It's phenomenal.
Shannon's right on the Replicon book.
Yes.
You know what? I think we need to make Replicon, since he's such an obscure character, but there seems to be a lot of love for him. He should be a mascot for the comic community.
Yeah,
he's a merger of all the heroes. So let's make he could be symbolic of all the people out there.
Replicon rocks, man.
Replicon.
Yeah.
The last backup didn't complete successfully. So
that's okay.
The red cover is amazing. We're having a technical issue. Hold on.
We're good.
Green Lantern 108 was the first comic I bought when I was at a 7-Eleven.
Nice.
Rob K270 is here.
Nice. Welcome, Rob.
Yeah. And there's been a lot.
K270.
And there's been a lot of people remembering their first comic. We had that talk with you. We had talked before. This is popping up a lot. When She-Hulk was on the team.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was on the team here. She was in the Fantastic. Oh, he's talking about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, FF team.
I ended up, actually, I ended up getting some filler issues there. I got that issue you were talking about where she was sunbathing.
Oh yeah, where the Smut magazine editor got a picture of her sunbathing on top of the Baxter Building. That's a fun issue.
Yeah, I had two issues I needed. That's what happened with me here at the con. Is I ended up really kind of sticking to my guns, and I didn't really dig too hard. And I was filing those 1 or 2 issues here and an issue there to finish a bunch of runs I've had. The Byrne Fantastic Four run, I needed 2 issues. And when he saw the 2 issues I bought, he was like right on it, saying, "This is the one where the guy takes a picture of She-Hulk and he tries to put her boobies in a magazine without getting a staple through her belly button."
Yeah.
So I was just cracking up. I was sitting there flipping through the pages, just cracking up on this. It was hilarious. But that's basically what I've got. I mean, a few things here and there. I'll be doing a couple haul videos later. Oh, Matthew Roscoe just returned from a flea market. How did it go, Matthew Roscoe? You're being very vague on us here. He's wanting us to take some bait.
All right.
I'm totally biting. Yeah.
Yes, Shannon, that was all grill. All my grill, Shannon. You're absolutely right, sir.
Nice.
Yeah. So when Matthew's got from the flea market, and what did Matthew find at the flea market?
Very funny. And guys, we're at the 24 mark, and I'm just kind of noticing it wasn't really that eventful of a day. It was laid back. It was fun sticking our hands in there.
Yeah.
So basically, to keep this chat going, we'll probably just take a few questions and stuff. If we got people coming in and out, we're staying around 10 people, give or take a couple. But I didn't realize we didn't have that many wild stories like yesterday.
No, it's just because it was the con's vibe was much lower too. It wasn't as high energy with the costume because the costume contest is Saturday, So all the cosplayers, of course, was there, and their supporters were there all day Saturday. So that added to the show. But yeah, like I said, today I wasn't running around trying to locate, those elusive comic books that I wanted for my collection.
Right.
It's more of a filler, day for filler issues and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time. Just took in the people, the crowd, and all that stuff. All right, guys, throw some questions, and we may go ahead and get out of here, I guess.
Yeah. If you have any questions.
What's this? As soon as I say goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm going to fake one. See you later. Yeah. Did you manage to find Mark Schultz? No, I did not. And actually, I walked by twice. He wasn't at his table. And then we were walking around a couple of times and just didn't notice. Didn't actually see him.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
That's the thing I'll bring up. I don't know if it's where it was a Sunday thing and stuff, but I'm not going to talk about the married couple I wanted to go see. I did see Richard and Wendy Penny, so you can figure out the other married couple. They weren't at their table. Staff told us they were mirandering. Was that the word? The miranders, you're right.
Miranda. No, they were mirandering.
Hey, come on in. Meandering. Thank you. We have that.
Oh, thank you. Meandering. Yes.
You can meander. It's okay.
Yeah, meander on in, honey.
That was awesome. I got busted for my bad grammar.
Yeah. Meandering.
But Mark Schultz, some people saw him yesterday. I really didn't see him today. And then we had one couple meandering. And it was so funny because he got through seeing Steranko, asked if I was still there. And Robin, you said I texted you back. You looked over, you saw the artist I was waiting for on the other side of the con.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Not even at his table.
And then we saw the wife on the other side of the con later on that day. And it was like they're mocking people. So yeah, actually when it came to the Sunday stuff, some people just weren't where they were supposed to be. We got a question. What was your first ever comic buy, both of you?
Oh, that we both bought.
Are you talking about ever or at the convention? I think he means ever.
Ever. For me, it was Iron Man 67. I remember that. And Marvel 2-in-1-13.
I think mine was like Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes number 205 or something like that. I've shown it before. It was in 1979. I had a pocket full of change, and the drugstore owner had actually opened up one of those, the Warner variants. It was supposed to be 3 for 99 cents or something. He had opened it up, and I got it for like 35 cents, I think, as a kid. And it doesn't have the number on the cover. It's got the little W. I still have it. Comico Johnny Quest is a hidden gem, Matthew. Yeah, the Comico Johnny Quest is fantastic. William Messner Lowe's wrote most of those issues. Covers by Dave Stevens, Steve Rude. I think Steve Rude actually did an issue of it. The only issue I didn't like of Comico, they're all pretty good. The one I didn't like was the one where they gave away what happened to Johnny Quest's mom and then why they got Race Bannon. I thought that was, I don't know why they did that.
Really, what happened? What was the reason?
Well, she got assassinated.
I didn't know that.
Or something like that.
Okay.
I'm going back to like 1992. When
I didn't know it. I didn't know what happened.
But they explained it and stuff. But yeah, she could do.
Wow.
That's right, how she got killed, and Race was sent to the government that's why they ended up on the island.
Race is the man.
Yeah. Well, Venture Brothers. We'll just go Venture Brothers.
Did you ever stop buying comics? What comic did it? The only reason I stopped buying comics was I went in the military. That was the only reason. Then when I came out of the military, I started buying my comic books back up again. So nothing turned me off of the hobby. It was just because of logistics of being overseas and being underway all the time. I wasn't able to get comics.
I think the only time I stopped buying comics was around 92, somewhere in 93. And it was during that period I told you I was backpacking across up and down the East Coast in the 90s. I did the military thing, but I still was getting tons of comics when I get an Esseance pass and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's the only time. And I'm dangerously close to quitting comics now just because of the quality of material in the stories that I'm just not getting the quality I want out of a lot of modern comics. So I'm dangerously close now. So it's back issues and filling in things.
Oh, guilty pleasure. Tommy Bagley, what would be a guilty pleasure book for you guys? Oh, that's tough.
My guilty pleasure is The Boys by Garth Ennis. I have one issue left. I need issue number 7 to have the entire run of The Boys by Garth Ennis. That's my guilty pleasure. That's the one that's funny, dirty, nasty, hilarious, scary.
Oh, I can't even think of anything like that.
You wouldn't want anybody to know you're reading. I mean, you have.
Oh, Mad Monster Party. That's awesome. Yes, Mad Monster Party. Very good.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm interested to know people's guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that should be a guilty pleasure, my friend. That's all right.
I didn't know Dale put out a comic with that. I had that on VHS and I had that on Blu-ray. I love that Baskin Robbins stuff. Baskin Robbins is the ice cream. Baskin Rackin'.
Yeah.
I like the ice cream too.
Yes. Since Halloween is coming up, which comics will you set the mood for you? Tomb of Dracula.
Mine's from the Frankenstein, the Plug Frankenstein stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but and it's kind of wild. I love the Bronze horror stuff, and I would like to say DC with some of their stuff, but no, when it's the Frankenstein's monster by Plug, Werewolf by Night by Plug, and the Tomb of Dracula.
Tomb of Dracula.
Does this feel like Halloween?
Yeah. Hellboy's up there too.
Yeah. Paulo says, I almost stopped buying comics when I was 15. I was still buying translated editions. It was the Liddell X-Men, and it was boring me to death. Thank you, left to this day. I'm sorry about the Scott Liddell. As I'm not going to say that I'm representing my country, Paulo, but I want to say that I'm so sorry that we shipped those to you back in the day. If I could have stopped it, if I had more power, that never would have happened to you. They were awful. They were awful. You're absolutely right. Although my honorable pleasure would be Hero Hotline by DC. That's Matthew Roscoe. Never read it, but I know what it is. I've never read it. I stopped at 92 or 93 also. Bought a big bunch of those Image Comics #1s, and they were all terrible. Did we not just talk about Image?
Yeah.
Okay, not here. We talked about the same thing today. That's amazing. Anything by Matthew Rasco, anything by Rick Vetch and Mike Plug is my go-to for horror comics.
Nice.
I follow Rick Vetch on Bites Vetch on Facebook, and I advise everybody to. He sticks to it. He shows his work from the 70s and pencils. He'll give you stories every now and then. He'll answer questions, but it's all friendly. It's not like go there and start grilling them. He also is the one that posted that Swamp Thing 37 is the first appearance of John Constantine, not issue 25. Okay. I'm going to make another video calling that out. I can't stand that. I actually have fond memories of Lobdell's X-Men. The Death of Eleni issue is still a cool read. Tom Bailey liked it. So, and that's the thing, Tom. If you like it, I won't bash it or anything like that for you and stuff like that, but it was pretty painful for me. It's kind of like right when he would give you a highlight of something, it just squashed, Killing Elenia. I don't remember him really killing Elenia. I'm thinking of another story.
Yeah, I haven't read that. So
I'm thinking about when Colossus died with the legacy virus cure. They had I'm thinking of a different story. I want Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. Actually, a few weeks ago, I bought the Marvel 25th anniversary edition comic where they had the border with all the superheroes with a big portrait of Spider-Ham on it. Spider-Ham, yeah. She's in the new film, right? Supposed to be, yeah. Supreme in 1963 by Alan Moore, my favorite Image comics.
We just talked about 1963, how good that was.
Yeah. And Big Bang Comics. I had a few issues of Big Bang Comics. I get what they were trying to do. They're kind of fun. Junji Ito.
Junji Ito. Yeah. True horror.
Read him. He's genius. I will do
All right, we'll check him out.
Understood.
Junji Ito.
I think there are a lot of drop storylines stem from the editorial shifting that went on then. Okay, so Scott Lobdell, that Scott Lobdell X-Men thing is nerves. Yeah. Maybe Scott Liddell was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe it's a little bit of both of them. I don't know. That's definitely worth. I think a couple X-Men videos would be worth it.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of dropped plot lines. When Chris Claremont left, they completely gutted everything he did for 17 years within a span of 3 years. I mean, there's a rich history there. And then they had to do a big stunt, which I actually kind of liked, the Age of Apocalypse.
Right.
To rejuvenate everything that was going on. And I think Scott Liddell was in that. So, yeah. Maybe we should do a thing where Scott Lovedale's on trial. Did he suck or didn't he? I think we have a good jury out
here. Yes.
Okay, I'll Google Junji Ito.
Junji Ito.
Yeah.
And you'll not regret it. Awesome.
Tom Bagley. Yeah. Alan Moore is the greatest Superman writer, even when it's not Superman. Supreme was awesome. He doesn't kid around with it.
Yeah.
We know what Supreme was, and he knew what Supreme was. He didn't insult us. But what did he do? He only did he did a DC Comics Presents of Superman with the Swamp Thing in Rick Vetch, 1980. What was number 85? He did the 2 Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow Superman, and he had a few cameos of Superman and Swamp Thing. And I'm sure there was more. And then that was really it of official Superman stuff. So for a guy that really didn't touch Superman that much, he did the classic stories.
You're right, he did, and he's known for it too.
Wizard had a top 10 list of drop story points for the X-Men. I probably had that at my house. I have a ton of Wizard. I loved Wizard magazine there for the first couple years, and I kind of hung in there as long as I could. But the Siege Perilous is the one that killed me. They walked at the end of Fall of the Mutants. They walked through this magic portal. There's more to it than that. And they went to the Siege Perilous, and Aurora turned into a little girl and met Gambit. And some other things happened to some of the other X-Men. But the biggest thing was they were invisible to electronics, meaning they couldn't be filmed. They wouldn't show up on security cameras. And as years went by, the writers kind of forgot that happened, and it just went away. They never said what happened. So it really kills a bunch. If you know your continuity, that kills a bunch of X-Men stories in the future. And somebody said they did one little story where it's mentioned in a comment of what happened. I don't know. There's some kind of mystical and multidimensional character named Rome that was doing all this stuff. Who's your favorite 1963 character?
Horus, Lord of Light.
I think I like the dude with the planet head.
Yeah, he was cool. I forgot his name, but I like Horus, Lord of Light a lot.
But Horus God of Light was awesome. I'm gonna have to look at those again.
What about you, Matthew? Who was your favorite?
Then we have Tom Bagley. Wizard was a fun read until it became too slavish to covering Hollywood movies. The way I remember the Wizard thing, the way I remember Wizard, it came out and it was like this magazine that's packed full of everything: comic books, cards, action video games, movies, fan art, contest of arts and stuff, and everything like that. Then all of a sudden they broke off and they just had a comic book about action figures. Then they just had a comic book about playing cards of Magic and stuff. I never read it. It was like Inquest or something. They diluted the brand, trying to get 3 magazines out there, and then the articles kind of shifted. It was like they were really independent of things, and it felt like they were working with Marvel. They became a promotion for comics instead of the journalism they were doing. I mean, they had interviews with Frank Miller, Alan Moore,
all the big names
coming in, all the big names, and I figured out Wizard was shilling. Actually, with Earth X, you got in an issue of Wizard, you got the Earth X preview. That Wizard was acting like after Marvels, we just after Kingdom Come, we kind of asked Alex Ross what would he do with the DC universe history, and supposedly just because they asked, Alex Ross did all this work on what Earth X would look like, and next thing you know, Marvel's announcing it. They're trying to say like, oh, we saw that, let's do this, Alex. And that's not what happened. It was a stunt. I had to remortgage my house to get every issue with different trading cards in it. You poor thing. You poor thing. How could they do that to you? Paulo Costa, I agree. People blame the price guide, but paying too much attention to movies and cartoons takes a spotlight away from comics.
Absolutely agree. Yeah. Agreed.
Tom Bagley, the fake bullpen bulletins in 1963 are hilarious. Moore really does a great exaggerated Stan Lee persona. I'm definitely going to pull those back out of my Alan Moore box at the house. It's way past time to read those. My favorite is Johnny Beyond. Does Wizard still exist? No, I think they were a news website for a while after the magazine crashed. Okay. I have no idea if they're still around. Are they still doing Wizard Worlds? I think they're just doing cons.
Yeah, they're doing cons. And all media guests is really not geared towards comics anymore, really. all Wizard World is all media and pop culture.
And we were talking about Wizard World today. Wizard World shot themselves in the foot when they tried to take out Heroes Con in Charlotte.
Yeah, we talking about that.
They tried to have a con the same weekend as Heroes Con and to pull some guests away. Shelton Drum and his guys go way back to the 80s and late 70s. Shelton Drum actually in the early 70s got on a bus from North Carolina, went to Marvel offices to try to get a job and be there, and was still in love with the things, and quickly figured out he wasn't cut to work in comics. So the guy ended up opening the comic book shop down there and doing Heroes Con, and all this stuff. And he's known George Perez and all these guys going way back. Okay. And that's where Wizard World really shot themselves in the foot, because a bunch of creators who had not done cons in years or anything came and defended them. Warren Ellis flew across the Atlantic and yelled at me. There's a whole story, They had a huge guest. I think this was around 2010, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. But yeah, just look up the last time Warren Ellis did a con at Heroes Con, and you'll know what year this was. Yeah, he yelled at me, and people saw it.
I wonder what the hell was going on.
I had to sacrifice the shrunken and jarred home plant for the last issue of 1963. It never came out.
Yeah,
they never finished the series. Yeah. I think you got ripped off, Matthew. We'll close that. We're about to die here. Actually, we got 41 minutes here. Unless they keep going, we can just kind of log off.
Yeah, because we're out of power. Okay.
All right, guys, that was a great show. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thumb it up. Everybody sub each other. Sub Steve, sub this, smash that like button, throw this thing around, be excellent to each other, all that good stuff. The unpublished 1963 annual. That's the perfect last comment.
Yes,
yes. If you didn't have another comment, that's perfect.
There you go.
That's very post-apocalyptic. It's yes. It's very noir. The unpublished 1963.
Yes.
It was Steranko and his goons. They're going to hold you down and make you kiss the
his cronies. Ring. I like cronies.
The cronies.
The cronies.
We'll have to kiss the pinky ring of Mr. Steranko.
Yes.
For the 1963 annual. All right, guys. Thanks for everybody checking in.
Thank you.
And we will catch you guys later. Be excellent to each other.
Take care, guys.